Gordon. But all these guys some of them are trying to make pit road, and they couldn't make it. Sterling Marlin turned right to avoid a couple of cars in front of him and turned right in front of Bobby Labonte.
Dave, more on the 40.
The irony, Bill, is that they were on a don't-stop pit strategy, and I believe they could have made it. Sterling topped off late in the going, and they were able to save fuel by running in the back of the pack. They had never planned on having to come down pit road.
That is a tough break.
Well, we knew it was going to get interesting.
And the reason those guys couldn't get their way onto pit road is because they were trapped in that outside lane, and we heard how Michael and Dale Jr. worked early to get to the inside so you could get to pit road, and it did become a mess.
Well, that's right. When you got, as I said, going in turn 3, when those cars were 3 wide, they had to get to the bottom to get down to pit road.
Bobby Labonte climbing out of his car. It has been a frustrating season for that team, and a frustrating day here at Talladega. One more look. You got guys going really fast and guys going really slow.
There's a 6 car. You're right. Mark is the guy that was trying to get to the bottom of the racetrack.
Yes.
Bobby Labonte and Sterling Marlin on board with Rusty Wallace.
Hammer down. Keep going. Keep going. We'll come in on 180.
Whoa!
If I make it through this, I'm coming on 180.
Now you see the huge problem that Rusty Wallace and all those Mark Martin, all those other cars have. Now they've got to stop and restart behind all these cars that made it.
Or can they make it to the finish because of these caution laps and maybe not have to stop?
No.
Somebody will try it.
Well, who do we have anybody that topped off really late that's in that bunch? We know Sterling Marlin did, but we don't know of anybody else.
There are a handful of them that did. The 38.
Yeah, but then 38's and 13th. We need somebody that's going to be, although he'll be up front if those guys stop.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Because there are under 10 laps to go, no lucky dog in this situation. Tony Stewart is currently scored as the race leader, followed by Matt Kenseth, Jamie McMurray, Casey Kane, and Scott Wimmer. Brendan Gaughan, Ward Burton, Rusty Wallace, Greg Biffle, and Mark Martin round out the top 10. 179 laps are complete of the scheduled 188. And remember, as opposed to what happened here in the spring race, we can go green, white checkers at the end.
I take it pit road is closed.
Pit road is closed, so the cars will stay out on the track. Tony Stewart scored as the leader. We'll take a break from Talladega.
Tonight, on an all-new Law & Order Criminal Intent, a famous photographer who likes his models a certain way.
They're all dead.
Now, the prime suspect is also dead.
Oh.
Who killed the kinky photog?
As murders go, it's pretty flashy.
All-new Law & Order Criminal Intent, NBC tonight.
Treat your car to the best car wash in Boston at Leechmere Car Wash on O'Brien Highway at the Cambridge-Boston line. And now, for just $24.99 per month, wash your car as often as you like with our unlimited car wash program. You'll also get 20% off upgrades and detail packages. To join, call 1-800-733-3691 or visit gutcarwash.com. Leechmere Car Wash, 262 Monsignor O'Brien Highway in Cambridge. Open daily from 7 till 8, Sundays till 6.
I'm a professional softball instructor, and about a week ago, I had a girl just come up to me randomly and say, "Do you have those Invisalign things on?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And she's like, "Oh, did you just get those?" I said, "No, I've had them for a year." She's like, "What?" And this is somebody who talks to me every day. I go, "Yeah, I've had them for a year." And she's like, "And I never noticed?" And I said, "No, nobody notices."
To schedule an exam with Dr. Hart, call 617-266-2700.
They're in. Want to see? Like, they're in.
7 News, winner of News Station of the Year from the Associated Press.
Still under caution here at Talladega, where the top 14 cars on the racetrack have not pitted. But there could be a problem for Michael Waltrip, a report that he has a tire going down on his car.
What, Brendan Gaughan, what's he hanging back for?
I don't know. NASCAR wants you to keep the field tight. I don't understand why there's such a gap there.
Yes. Because if the guys behind him, they can't pass him.
Right.
But if they want to pit, they need to get in there as quickly as they can. All right, here the cars come down pit road. Brendan Gaughan chose not to pit.
Marty.
There's a lot of debate, Bill, on Tony Stewart's team as to whether or not to take tires. They decided not to do that. Fuel only for the 20 car, Dave.
6 car of Mark Martin coming in. He will stop, and they will put fuel only in the 6 car. No tire change for Mark.
Matt, Casey Kane, he came in and topped off for fuel in the 9. He's already away. Meanwhile, the 15 guys up on the wall waiting for Michael Waltrip. Slugger Labby came on the radio and said, Michael, do you feel like you have a tire going down? He says, well, now that you talk about it, it kind of felt that way, so they called him to pit road. You can see the left rear tire is barely up as they're going to hit the lugs on the left side. Some good fortune, at least, it happened under caution for Michael Waltrip.
Yeah, bad fortune is that he had to come back in, and he actually beat the 8 car and a lot of other cars out, which I think would have been his opportunity to win this thing.
When they restart this thing, there's going to be 5 or 6 laps to go, and he's going to restart about 25th. Talking about the 15 car, Michael Waltrip.
Brendan Gaughan in the 77 car and Terry Labonte in the 5 car came to pit road on lap 146. That would be 42 laps to the finish if it ends on lap 188. The caution came out on 177, so we're working our 4th lap under yellow. The question is, can those guys reach the finish without stopping?
They may be able to, but you're going to see the field split like the Red Sea when the green flag comes out, because these guys will not be in front long.
One more commercial obligation here. Under caution, back to Talladega before they go green on NBC.
Nextel salutes the doers of NASCAR. We're testing the limits so we don't have to. We're finding the edge without going over. We're riding on the rim of control and allowing us to ride along. Determined to get it done.
There's going to be something different about this year's Checker Auto Parts 500 at Phoenix International Raceway, because this year's race is one of the last in the chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series Championship. That's going to mean on-track action you'll have to see to believe.
And even then, you might not believe it. Only one way to find out, though.
Get your tickets now for the Checker Auto Parts 500, Sunday, November 7th at Phoenix International Raceway.
182 laps of 188 have been posted here at Talladega. Dale Earnhardt Jr. currently scored back. Let's find him here in the 11th position. You think it's easy making calls on pit road? Listen to this exchange as the caution came out when Jr. hit the pits.
Caution's out. Caution's out. We're just going to roll. We're going to go ahead and get our gas, ain't we, Tony? Hit forward. Hit forward. Get our gas. Hit third. Tires, guys. Put 2 rights on it. Come on. Get 2 rights on it. There you go, Hershey. 2 rights. Come on. Fingers, Tony. Watch your thumb, too. We're good right here. 2 rights, boys. 2 rights, gas.
Think you have to adjust quick in this business? There you go.
And the guys are still spinning out there behind them, the 18 and the 40. So they made the adjustment on the fly to go with 2 right side tires.
Oh boy, we got a mix of cars up here now, and not a whole lot of time to get it done.
The 22, Scott Wimmer could not get fired, getting some help. Dave?
They actually had a good plan, take on 4 tires, and maybe we can move up back through. But Scott was riding the apron because he was very low on fuel, and in fact, it was out of fuel when he came into the pits. So they've not been able to refire. Had trouble refiring it.
Got it fired now, Dave.
Yeah, that record got him going about 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Our coverage of NASCAR continues next week. Next Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be on TNT for NASCAR Busch Series Racing from Kansas. And then Sunday afternoon, right here on NBC, 1:30 Eastern Time, it's the Banquet 400 presented by ConAgra Foods. As always, Sunday's coverage begins with the Discover Card Countdown to Green. And we look forward to having our buddy Alan Bestwick back with us next week at Kansas City. But I don't think he'll be in any relay races.
Okay, as we get ready to go, this is kind of like playing that video game, EA Sports.
Well, I'll tell you
a
what.
few laps to go.
Brendan Gaughan, a rookie driving that Penske entry, Penske Jasper machine.
I believe Harvick and Busch are going to want to dispose of these guys as quick as possible.
Can the 77 of Gaughan and the 5 of Terry Labonte make it without stopping?
Everybody's running.
Kevin Harvick took fuel only. Will that be enough? Will 2 tires help you?
Uh-oh. Who was that? Is that Jeff Burton?
Ricky Rudd.
Ricky Rudd maybe making a trip to pit lane.
Passing on the left, possibly before the start-finish line. He made it back. No penalty for the 21 of Rudd.
Okay, if you give it back, you won't get penalized. So he saw what he did, and he backed off the throttle and did not take the spot.
Brendan, go ahead, Benny.
Kurt Busch, that 97 car, he has been fast all day. If he could get hooked up with a 31 or 29, he might have something.
But I'm not sure I'm letting him in line.
Oh, no.
Whoa! Oh! Well, here comes the 8 car shot out of the barrel.
On board with Dale Earnhardt Jr., 5 to go.
You see how good this car is now, BP.
I tell you, he's not going to be bored now. That's for sure. He's going to try to shoot the middle. Man.
Falls in line behind Rudd. Gaughan, the rookie. And now it's Harvick looking for the lead on the outside as they head for 1.
And he has help.
Yep, Kurt Busch back up the middle.
That's the 31 of Robbie Gordon, Harvick's teammate, pushing him to the lead, followed by former champion Dale Jarrett. Dave on the 29.
Kevin Harvick looking for friends. He's got the teammate Robbie Gordon behind him. Talked to the crew chief Todd Berrier this morning. He said, I know that if the 31 is with us, he can help us as long as he wants to. We'll see how long he stays there.
Whoa.
Wow.
Nice move. Tony Stewart down to the bottom. Good move.
Have to stay above that yellow line to pass.
But Tony Stewart got in the corner, couldn't make the corner. Kurt Busch now tries to come back underneath on the inside. Matt.
He just told Mike Dillon, his spotter, BP, I could have passed him right there. Dillon says, I know. Just be patient. As Junior's trying to make his way to the front.
These guys have got to stay lined up in front of Junior. Well, I don't even know if that's going to help.
3 to go. Junior in 4th, behind Harvick, Gordon, and Dale Jarrett.
Yeah, here comes Junior. He's got help.
Who's he got help from?
Ricky Rudd.
Ricky Rudd, okay.
They squeeze to the high side. Now Harvick back down low. Gordon trying to stay on his bumper. Junior pushed by the 21 to second. Now looks high on the 29 of Harvick.
Man, look at this 8-car go. Oh, someone in the wall up there.
With you. Keep coming.
The fans on their feet. Junior around the outside.
Harvick's not giving it up yet. Needs some help down there. Wow, Robbie Gordon to the outside of Ricky Rudd. Well, there's not too
Tony
much room up there.
Stewart, where did he come from? He's right behind Junior.
And Junior let that one 2 to go.
Somebody's smoking back there.
Yeah, someone got in the wall up in 3 and 4 just a moment ago.
Left front tire, Robbie Gordon. Got a left front tire.
There's a smoker behind him, too.
Yes, there's 2 cars smoking that's made contact.
Marty on the 20.
Tony Stewart said earlier this week, somehow Dale Earnhardt Jr. and I always find each other on the racetrack. They found each other again. Remember, Tony said his car pushes better than it pulls. I think he'll ride right where he is.
Remember the Daytona 500. Stewart was Earnhardt's new best friend.
I think Tony wants to win this thing just as bad as anybody else, though.
Coming through the tri-oval, they will get the white flag this time.
There he goes. Tony Stewart taking a look at the bottom, and he's got no help.
And he lost his spot. White flag is out. Last lap at Talladega. Dale Earnhardt Jr. pushed by the car his father used to drive, the 29 of Kevin Harvick. And the veteran Dale Jarrett behind him.
Harvick did all his work earlier on the bottom, Junior.
Oh, trouble.
Jeff Gordon.
And there's the crash.
Greg Biffle. Casey Kane.
Several cars involved.
But the caution's going
No, it's still green. It's still green.
Okay.
They're still racing at Talladega.
Last lap.
They will come to the checkers this time by.
So there will not be a green-white checker. The white flag is in the air.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking for his 5th win at Talladega. Works his way back to the front. And Junior, where his father won 10 times.
Oh, we got a car sideways in the
Win
trail.
number 5. The checker is out. And somebody upside down. Elliott Sadler
again
lands on his wheels.
Right. Yeah, good save right there. You all right?
Sadler, who had that terrible tumble here a year ago, on his roof at the finish.
Well, if they left this race 10 minutes early, they missed it.
And these rescue workers, I hope these guys are paying attention. We have rescue